Need you, Jesus.
Of serving God, not according to the multitudes, but according to a select few that God has chosen and set apart to teach. Right. Now he ministers to the whole world, but you know the whole world will not listen. But the chosen few, he teaches. Right. So there is a slight difference in ministering and in teaching. Right. See, you can minister to the whole world. But the whole world ain't going to listen to what you teach.
All right, Prophet.
See, when God was giving out the blessings, feeding the multitude by the seaside, they were willing to listen. Amen. But when it came time to teaching the truth of the doctrine or the moral responsibility for someone to serve God, God wasn't going to waste his time. So, separation from the multitude to the few that want to serve God is very, very important. And that for you not to be discouraged because seemingly you're all alone. Well, in reality, you are all alone with Jesus. Yes. Hallelujah. But if Jesus is your comforter, you don't have to never worry about a crowd. Amen. And never be a part of a God follower. This is what has caused Christianity to be so decadent today. Because you got multitudes of people going to false church, and the false churches this morning are packed out.
Yep.
Amen.
Packed, parking lots packed out. But in the few that have been set apart through the Master's use, you'll find room in the parking lot if you want to come.
Amen.
But brothers, the point I want to leave this morning with you, the thought, is to understand that when God sanctifies a people and sets them apart, then he can teach them people. But the people have to be responsible for what they are taught, and the code of obedience kicks in with faith. Amen. Establish yourself, then obedience kicks in. Once you have faith to believe the word of God, then the next phase is, are you going to obey the word of God?
Right. Amen.
Well, I got the faith. Yeah, but when the test comes, will you obey?
Amen.
So we today have been separated to do the Master's use. And we're not sad about it.
Amen.
I don't never want someone coming here with their head down.
Amen.
Sad and soft because it's the event of the week. Listen, ain't nothing going to go right all the time on this earthly journey.
Amen.
But if you got Jesus on your side, you don't worry about the thing.
Amen.
Form will plot against you and sometimes follow you. And you can always say, now wait a minute, I'm paying my tithes faithfully. Well, wonder why I got fired. And the devil's still working. Don't let your mind go there.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Once you understand that you are set apart and chosen,
Yes.
persecutions are going to come against you. Not maybe, not might be, they will come against you.
Yes.
What they done to Christ, the Bible says they'll do to you.
Amen.
And they persecuted him for nothing, and they're going to persecute you for nothing. Don't worry about the devil's children.
Amen.
In due season, the Bible says they'll bring all of their activities to naught. You don't
Amen.
have to worry about it. Leave it in the hands of the Lord.
Amen.
Now here, if you take notice in Luke chapter 5 and verse 1.
And it came to pass that as the people pressed upon him to hear the word of God, he stood by the lake of Gennesaret and saw two ships standing by the lake, but the fishermen were gone out of them and were washing their nets. And he entered into one of the ships.
Wait, there were two ships and he entered into how many?
One.
What about the other ship?
Amen.
He entered into one. Read.
Which was Simon's, and prayed him that he would thrust out a little from the land, and he sat down and taught the people out of the ship. Now when he had left speaking, he said unto Simon, launch out into the deep.
Launch out into the deep water.
And let down your nets for a drought. And Simon answering said unto him, Master, we have toiled all the night and have taken nothing.
Now Simon made an excuse. We're tired. We've been working all day long, all week long. And here it is, we got to send half our paycheck to the church, and Lord, what are we going to do? Launch out into the what?
Into the deep.
Now, he had been fishing, but he didn't go into that deep water. You know, fishermen never really wanted to go out to the deep water.
Amen.
Well, most of the fish out because a storm could come up.
Amen.
And you don't want to be caught up in a storm. And at that time, they had sailing ships. They had no motor ship. And everything was predicated on the way the wind blowed, because they had to set their sails according to catch the wind, and they didn't want to be too far out. Because if the wind caught them too far out, they ain't never going to get back to shore.
Amen.
So I'm saying, brothers and sisters, you have to understand. When God tells you to do something, don't question why. Just go ahead and do it.
Right.
The sanctified church is here today because we have obeyed the word of God. We base our salvation on the moral code that God has established for all humanity to follow, but humanity is not going to follow the word of God.
Amen.
It's a select few. That's why he said, launch out. Go out into the deep water.
Yes.
But he was still with them.
Amen.
Amen.
He
Hallelujah.
left them people on the shore. He said, launch out into the deep water.
Yes.
Hallelujah. And Peter made an excuse. We fished all night. We ain't caught nothing. Watch.
Nevertheless, at thy word, I will let down the net.
Glory.
Amen.
Glory. Amen.
Nevertheless,
Hallelujah.
because you told us to launch out.
Glory.
You told me what to do.
Yes.
I'm going to do it. I'm not going to worry about what the crowd thinks. I'm not going to worry about what others think.
Yes.
But you told me, launch out the deep. You told me to establish a greater faith. Launch out the deep means to establish a greater faith. I got to believe God for my everything. If you believe God for your everything, what are you worried about? If you believe God can heal your body, what you worried about that?
Glory.
If you believe God can solve that situation in your finances, what are you worried about a check coming? How many of you got to believe that in God? And God will touch a heart somewhere? How many you bless your soul? I'm here to tell you that. I'm trying to let you know sometimes, you stay near the shore because that's where your protection is. Your protection is not out there. Your protection is in the church of God. And until you make up your mind, God I serve, I'll live for God. All my things for God. Nothing matters but the house of God. Nothing matters but the house of faith. Nothing matters but the church of God.
Amen.
We've got to cast aside all this foolishness about depending too much on the world.
Yes,
You
yes.
see what's happening over there in China?
Amen.
They don't even want the airlines to go there now.
Nope.
Some of the pilots went over there. They suing now because, why you didn't tell us all this sickness was going on, this disease was going on. Now they suing the companies, the airline pilots.
Yeah.
They didn't tell us. No, they ain't going to tell you.
Amen. That's right.
Oh, you had to find out for yourself.
Yep.
Now they suing. But see, they wasn't under the blood.
Amen.
You know what might happen? Unless you stay in church, brothers and sisters, you don't know it, it's going to happen in this world. You see, all the doctors are scrambling in the medical centers trying to figure out what kind of serum can we come up with. We got to come up with something. It's just spread more than that other virus.
SARS.
What was SARS?
SARS.
It has spread, they done triple that in less time.
That's right.
And there's no way they can stop it.
Nope.
Now it's over in Europe.
Yep.
Yeah.
From China to Europe in less than 30 days.
That's right, Prophet.
What is taking place here?
Amen.
God said, I'll send a plague, and I'll warn the people. I'll send earthquake. This had the earthquake, I think it was in Florida not too long ago last week. Brothers and sisters, the signs of time are pointing to the coming of Christ.
Amen.
Why won't people get right? I'm watching the election, and that sodomite is running third up here in Iowa. They have another big vote tomorrow.
Yep.
He's running third,
Yep. Third. Yep.
a sodomite. When he introduces husband or
Yeah.
wife or whatever. My goodness. And they interviewed a panel this morning. I'm getting ready for church now. I happen to watch. And she said, oh, I'm voting for Mr. Bujek, or whatever they
Yeah.
called his name. I said, well, here's a woman going to publicly say she's going to vote for a sodomite.
Glory.
Now, God condemned that behavior in both testaments. How are you going to vote for him? That's why I say, sometimes people get offended because I say, I'm no longer a Democrat, used to be. I'm a Republican.
Amen.
Examine the record.
That's right.
It's the Democrats who established baby murder.
Amen. Right. That's right.
It's a Democratic platform. They introduced same-sex marriage.
That's right.
And it was the Republicans that opposed, and the Republicans opposed same-sex marriage.
Glory.
Now, why would you rather be in a Republican than be in a Democrat?
Amen. Glory.
Oh, yeah, Democrats go to church, what kind of church?
Amen.
Hallelujah.
You can't go to the church of God when God condemns something, and you go for a party line that pushes it, that wants it to progress, and they'll call you, if you are against such behavior, they call you, what that word they use? Homophobic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But wasn't Jesus?
All right.
Wasn't Paul?
Amen.
He said put him to death.
Amen.
And under grace. Hallelujah. Yeah, I'm homophobic, that's what you want to call me.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
But I'm for God.
Amen.
Don't forget to put that part in. Brothers and sisters, these are difficult times with me.
Amen.
Let's understand, when God told Peter to launch out into the deep, he was telling the church, if you want a blessing, you got to go into deep water, or you got to go into a greater faith level within your soul.
Yes.
A greater faith means I don't look at always at the natural. I can't find out why certain things are coming against me. All I know, I'm going to serve God, I'm going to trust in God, I'm going to believe in God, and I'll be here till the rapture comes until God takes me home first. Yeah, hallelujah, come first. It's all right with me.
Glory.
And I'm here to tell you, hold on, church.
Yes.
Don't get discouraged by what
Amen.
you see.
Amen.
Don't get discouraged by numbers.
All right.
When David wanted to count the children of Israel, God said, I told you don't count the children of Israel.
Amen.
You don't know how many people God got.
Amen.
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 One thing is certain, Jesus said ain't but a few that's
Amen.
going to make it in. And
Amen.
I believe Jesus. But I know one thing also. I'm one of them few.
All right.
And so are you.
Lord. Amen.
Because we step out into the deep water, we
Lord.
obey the word of God.
Yes.
I'm thinking about in the old days, how them preachers taught on faith. It pounded faith into you. Pounded faith. My pastor put so much faith in me. Hallelujah. When I left that Veterans Hospital in 1972, you know where I went.
Amen.
I went straight to the church.
Glory.
Amen.
And got in that prayer line, hallelujah, and here I am I'll be 89 years old come May if I live.
Amen.
And that's all we can do.
Amen.
I made it 88.
That's right.
I've seen many people fall by the wayside.
Amen.
Many family members fall by the wayside.
All right.
But I'm still here.
All right, Prophet. Glory.
You can talk about me, talk about how brand, how big I was, how church was.
Amen. All right.
Now, I'm still in church. You and my family. Oh, I ain't never said put in his church. Oh, fine. Where are you now?
Amen.
All right, come on.
Glory.
And where am I now? Hallelujah. Who won? I thank Jesus won.
Glory. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Putting something inside of me.
Yes.
And I'm still fighting the good fight of faith. I don't
Amen.
care what pain comes.
Yes.
I'm still here. And I'm still believing God.
Amen.
If He will, that's a belief. And if He don't, thank God He's going to take me home. And I got to have something to take me home anyhow. You know, you can't say I'm going to lay down and die.
Amen.
Yeah, I know you heard the story. He just laid down and died. Yeah, but his heart stopped.
Son, that's right. Amen.
Now, if you don't call it a heart attack, whatever you get, his heart stopped.
Amen.
Oh, he died of natural cause. What?
Amen. Preach.
Did his heart stop? Did he stop breathing?
Amen. Glory. Thank you, Lord.
Church, hold on.
Yes.
I'm here to tell you, trying to put this into your head.
Thank you, Jesus.
Nothing out there matters. Everything matters in the church of God.
Amen.
Have you made up your mind? How this
Amen.
one goes? I have decided
Glory.
to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I like this one. I go
Did not our hearts burn as the man of God spoke to us by the wayside?
Amen.
Let's give the Holy Ghost a hand praise.
Amen.
Let's give our great prophet a hand praise. Hallelujah.
Glory.
Thank you for meeting us here today, Lord God.
Glory.
Honor to Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory. Double honor to his great fearless leader, prophet,
Yes.
Bishop Prophet Walker. And as we recognize the loving memory of beautiful Lady Mother Walker, we thank God for her. All the household faith, amen. All the preachers of the gospel. Again, we are so blessed to be here, to have the Spirit of Christ indwelling, and to be able to hear the Word of God. As our great prophet went to the scriptures in St. Luke, the 5th chapter, beginning at the first verse, he made mention that we have to understand that individually, our serving God is what's going to get us in. Individually. Collectively, God speaks, but the individual is the one who's going to have to take the word and put it down inside and live it. He said separation from the multitude is a must. And so many words of inspiration our great prophet ministered to us, and one thing that in the end of his sermon he stated, nothing matters but the kingdom.
Amen.
I believe the Bible states in the Old Testament, Solomon said, and let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. We were created to worship our great God, but you can't worship God unless you know how. And you definitely can't know how unless you're under the proper and right leadership. That leadership has to come from a man of God or a woman of God who God has sent to direct the people in the right way. And I thank you, oh Lord, that you sent our great prophet to minister the word to us. Hallelujah. We know we on our way to heaven. I said, don't we know we on our way to heaven? Hallelujah. And we're so glad about it. Now, if all hearts and minds are clear, let's stand and be dismissed. May the Lord watch.
Amen. Jesus' name. Amen.
God be with you. God be with you. God be with you until we meet again. God be with you. God be with you. God be with you until we meet again. Let somebody know you love them.